A very good and cheerful morning to my dear students. So today we will learn yet another interesting topic, that is paragraphs. Okay, so these are basically the topics of your English subject, but because it is the part of our uh, subject, so we have to understand all this. Okay, so here, after completing the sentences words part, now we are on the paragraphs. So if I ask you what is basically the paragraphs, okay, so paragraph, in the simple term, we can say a group of sentences. If we are writing three or four lines, like three or four sentences, okay, so that will forms a paragraph. Okay, now when you are writing a paragraph, there is something that you should keep in mind. Okay, so first is, if you are writing like about your school, so the paragraph should have the different ideas. Okay, so like in the first paragraph you have just written about your school name, its location, size. Okay, and in the next paragraph you'll write what you actually love about your school. Okay, and the third paragraph you're writing about its staff, like how many faculties are there, etc. So you are basically, when you're writing the paragraph, it should be about a different idea. Okay, when you make a new paragraph, so when you're writing a paragraph, and when you're adding a new paragraph, it should have a different idea. After that, the next is pronunciations. Pronunciation is just the way you say a word. And then phonetics, it is a study of the sounds that we make when we speak. क्या हुआ? मम्मी इसको ओपन कर। नो शाना, जाओ डैडी के पास जाओ, मम्मा काम कर रहे हैं. गो टू डैडी. Go to your daddy. Go in your daddy's room. Go from here. Next is types of sound. So here you will be having three types: vowels, diphthongs, and consonants. Next is greetings and introduction. Okay, so greeting is basically a group of words that a person use before start talking to friends, people familiar to them, or people whom they are meeting for the first time. Okay, so the greetings and introduction is just different thing, and you should know the difference between these two. Like, greeting is basically what, when you are talking with your friend, and when you're talking with the persons to whom you are already familiar, so you'll just say hey, hi, good noon, good evening, whatever it is. Okay, but when you are meeting to a person for a first time, and you are introducing yourself, you are saying something about you, so that will be considered as the introduction. Okay, so when you are just greeting, means when you are just saying something, like something words like hey, good morning, good evening, so that are the greetings. And when you are introducing about yourself, when you are saying something about yourself, that will be considered as the introduction. Now the greetings, okay, which are simply the words which you used with the friends or people to whom we are familiar. So that greetings could be of two times. First is the formal greeting, and second is the informal greeting. So greetings are used, like formal greetings are used if you do not know the person, and it is used to greet senior elderly people or people with whom we have formal relations, like our teachers or customers. And informal greetings are used to talk with our friends, like you are, whenever you meet your friend or you are sending some message to him or her, you'll just say hey, hi, what's up, what's going on. Okay, so these are like the informal greetings. You can see with this picture, this picture is showing some formal messages like hello, good morning, good evening, good afternoon. So this is considered as the formal greeting, and this is considered as the informal greeting, like hi, hey, what's up, etc. Next is introducing yourself on your brand in front of others. So as I told you about introduction, when you are introducing yourself to someone else, that is the introduction part. Now when you're introducing yourself, it could be like two, there could be two scenarios. First one is when you're introducing yourself to someone else, and second scenario is when you are with your friend and you need to introduce your friend as well to your third friend. Okay, so these two scenarios, like in the first scenario you can see you are standing with your friend and you are introducing your friend to your third friend. Okay, so you are saying this is my friend Sonu and we study in the same class and she is a good singer. So you are introducing your friend to someone else, and in this case you are introducing yourself, like I am Aman, I'm Rahul from Agra, etc. Okay, so introduction in two different scenarios: when you're introducing yourself and when you are introducing your friend to someone else. Now next is filling a form. This is actually very important. Okay, whenever like you're in class 9th and you should know how to fill a form. So basically what is a form? So form is a typed or printed page with blank spaces for information. So everybody have seen the form. Whenever you are going to the school for the admission, you will get a form. Okay, so it is basically typed or printed page you will have with some blank spaces. Okay, so suppose it is written name, and in front of this there will be some blank space where you need to enter your name. You need to fill your name, then date of birth, address, pin code, signatures. So these are some fields which have been shown here. You can check here, like in the name you need to write your first name, full middle name and surname, that is full name. Then date of birth, you should have to write your birth date. Then address, where your house address you need to mention here. Then pin code and then signature. Okay, now next section is asking questions. So whenever you're asking questions, you will have that 6 words, and the 6 words consist of 5 W's and 1 H. Okay, so 5 W's are what, who, where, when, what, why, and 1 H is what, how. So whenever you're asking question, you will definitely use one word out of these 6. Okay, these are some examples given, like who is used to ask about people, where is used to ask about a place, when is used to ask about time, what is used to ask about a thing. So you can have the questions like from this section, like, when you can when you want to ask about people, what word you will use, who, where, when, what, why. So definitely we'll use who, because we are asking about the people. Okay, when you are asking about the place, which word you will use, so where. So in this way you can have the objective types of questions in exam. Okay, next is types to frame a question. So these are the uh, words which we'll use to frame a question, and there are two ways with which we can frame a question: close-ended question and open-ended question. Now you should know what is the meaning of close-ended question and what is the meaning of open-ended question. Okay, so when questions that can be answered with a yes or no are called close-ended question. Okay, when you have a question and its answer would be like yes or no, okay, or in the form of yes or no, then that kind of questions will be called as the close-ended question. And when your answer is not in the form of yes or no, you need to write something more, some more sentences, then they are considered as the open-ended questions. For example, if you're writing what did you do, okay, so I went to the park. Why did you go there? So I went to meet my friend. So these are the questions in which you are not giving the answer in the form of yes or no. You are giving the answer like you have need to write a big sentence, a full sentence here you need to write. Okay, a full information you need to give. You are not writing answer in the form of yes or no. So these are considered as the open-ended questions. By mistake, I have written the example of open-ended question here. Here the definition is of close-ended, so the example should be of close-ended, but I have written the example of open-ended. So you just swap or you just exchange the examples. Like in the next slide, these are the examples of the close-end. So this example should be here and this example should be after this definition, open-ended. Okay, and open-ended example we have seen. Now in the close-ended question, as you can see, he is there, so we'll say yes or no. Were they cleaning their room? So we'll say yes or no. Can you help me? Yes or no. So answer will be in the form of yes or no only. So these are our close-ended questions. Okay. Okay. So this is your assessment. Here I have divided the assessments in three parts: assessment 6, 7, and 8. Okay. So I have divided in these assessments in three parts because uh, they are from the different sections. Like whatever we have studied today, we have studied three different categories. So first is filling the form, second is about questions, and third is about the greetings, introduction, and paragraph. So likewise I have divided the assessment also. So you have to complete this. Like you say good morning when it is. So this question is basically from the greetings. So these are the greetings and introduction. So these questions are from the greetings and introduction part. And this assessment 7, in this the questions are from, as you can see, my first name is I live in. So this is basically from your filling a form section, assessment 7, and assessment 8 is from your last section, that is questions, asking questions. Okay, and this is also from asking questions. These are for assessments that you have to complete and write these notes also. Thank you and have a good day.